there. Hey, greetings and a warm welcome to you. This is your July tarot reading with me, and Capricorn, this is your reading using 2 decks of cards. We are using the Rider-Waite and the Morgan Greer. First card will be from the Morgan Greer deck, and then the second card will be a clarifying card to sort of extend the message of this one. This is from the Rider-Waite deck. So Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you. Your first card is the 9 of Wands, and your first card from the Rider-Waite is the 8 of Cups. So guys, the 9 is about talking, especially the 9 of Rods, is talking to us about nearing the completion or a cycle of something in your life. And sometimes it feels as though it's been a long journey and you've been constantly defending yourself or fighting off other people's opinions or energies that haven't been welcome or wanted. So the point with this card is don't give up. And this one over here, the 8 of Cups, with a moon up here, an ecliptical moon possibly, or a new or full moon. The eclipses are in for August, so August will be a big month, especially for people in America, because this is a very big eclipse across the American continent. But if we just come back to the card, the 8 of Cups often talks about the feeling of frustration and of feeling as though something you have invested in has not been balanced, because we have 5 cups down the bottom and 3 on the top, indicating lack of balance or lack of diversity, and you are walking away. So the 9 says you've been on this journey perhaps for a long time, and this one is saying I'm giving up. So I don't know, there's a double message here about either you keep going for a little bit longer, or you're nearing the stage perhaps of actually making the decision of walking away. So unsure for you guys which one this is. You'll all, kind of resonate with a different perspective here. I think possibly it is about the fact that you have been on this for a long time and it's felt like it's been a bit arduous, and perhaps you are ready to make the move away. Now this can be in a relationship sector, because these are the cup cards, and it could be a romantic relationship, or it could be someone within a close friend, ally, or something along those lines. So I guess it's a bit of it's on your mind, it seems to start with July. So I think you're thinking, no, I want to be me, and I want to be recognised for me, and I want people to honour me, is perhaps the feeling we're getting here. Because I guess that is a card of a bit of frustration. So let's see what the next one is. The Tower and the World. Whoa, you're doing it all right. Okay, 2 major arcanas, 2 relatively big ones. We know about the Tower and its significance. We know it is underlying change, and it's about saying it wasn't balanced and it wasn't formulated right. And what was this down here that I talked about? So the double messages coming in. It possibly is a relationship in your life, or relationships that you are wanting to make a change to. Now this card symbolises the end of a cycle, and of course what did I talk about here? Nearly at the end of a cycle. So these cards are giving us really very similar messages that I have to try and pass across to you. So somehow in July you guys are making some sort of transformative move, possibly around relationships in your life that may not have been serving you to your highest and best good, that have been unbalanced and needed to change. Now some of you it could be personal relationships, and others it could be work related as well. It could just be something in your life that you personally are making a whole change about. You could be moving into a new decade age-wise, right? You could have gone from 20s to 30s, 30s to 40s, so on, so on. That promotes huge change. That's the end of a cycle. You could have finished a job. You might have spent many years in a career, and you might be changing career and going in a whole new realm. Like you could go from being a nurse to becoming a salesperson. Something along those lines, like a vast difference in direction is what we're feeling. And it's like you're making the change. You're definitely being pushed along by galactic energies now, because when the major arcanas come in, they're telling us we're making this shift happen for you. So you feel as though you can't stop this from occurring. The world is also about successful endings of cycles, and it acknowledges everything that you have learned. So I think in this instance, the Tower and the world together tell us that the change that you were wanting to make is for the better, because you have learnt a lot about what was fundamentally either not suiting you anymore at the core value level, at the integrity level, and you have learnt along the way. So you are a wiser person. You have more to offer to the world, to the new people that you are going to meet in your life, to the new ideas you are adapting to, and the new direction you are going in, which could also be around your career. Some of you, this pertains to travel overseas. It even can be leaving the country you live in to go and move to a new country. Some of you may even meet people who don't speak the same language, and they become good friends. So a powerful set of cards with a very strong synergy coming from them. Like the energy I'm feeling from these two is just wow, really strong, and they're just like boom. There's no denying that you're in this cusp of change, and I think really way for the better. The King of Rods and the Page of Cups, two people. So you're meeting people, you're getting new people coming into your life. Page is androgynous, really. We don't know necessarily if it's a male or female, but often it's the initiation or the gift of new friendships or new love, new romance, new heart-connected feelings. The King of Rods is usually considered an older person, and often a male, and sometimes he can be about either money or career or resources and your creative forces. So this could be someone you meet that could come into your life. It could be a romantic liaison. It could be a new friend that you're coming across. He could be someone like a mentor for a new career opportunity, like a boss or a mentor, or he could be someone who helps establish a new career option of your own, maybe your own business. However, if he's not, he's you wanting to kind of diversify your creative resources and really get inspired about them. So you're firing up your passions, I think, as the month moves on. You're firing up everything. I think you're firing people left, right and centre. They're no longer needed. Okay, so the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. And there's another completion of cycle. So the message is very strong here. And this is again often associated with our career or our creative realm in life. So I do get the feeling a lot of you are making choices about changing direction, and you're getting inspiration. And the hard work you have learned along the way is what's enabling you to make this move. You've carried your knowledge, and you've worked hard and diligently at whatever it is you've learned in life, at whatever the practices you've been putting into place, and this is paying forward now as you make this move. This is very much about all that you've earned and learned and understood as you move your way forward. And sometimes, yes, it can seem like you have the weight of the world on your shoulder, and Capricorns, you are a sign that can worry a little bit more, and you like to have, the steady things around you, and you like to know you've got the security and the safety and a bit of financial rebuff as well. So this card here is the 5 of Pentacles, can often be a little bit about going through a bit of a tumultuous time with money, or a period where it feels as though there's a lack of money or a decrease in money. So some of you may leave this job, you might travel overseas, you might find that you are short of money for a while, but it's very temporary. So I think the two of them together could sort of say you feel a little bit concerned perhaps in this area for a while, but you are resolving it. You are working your way through how to get out the other side, or how best to manage your finances or your career opportunities or your pathway forward around those ideas. This card can also be a bit symbolic of a cold or a flu, or even a sore leg. Some people might need to do something with their leg or their ankles. And it can sometimes symbolise, again, the ending of a cycle with a relationship. And sometimes a female and male personal relationship is the separating of the ways. So lots of different messages in these two cards here. But for a lot of you, I think it is coming to terms with making these changes, possibly at your career or your creative sector, and then having to budget around it for a little while because you've chosen to make these changes. That's a really nice double symbolic message there. Page of Rods and the Ace of Wands, or they're both the same as such. And we see these two rods being held upright, and the Ace is really butting up closely to this one here. So the Ace of Wands is this whole new career thing coming in. It's new ideas, new possibilities, new opportunities. Those two cards represent almost the same thing. So you've got another two sets of cards that are offering you double messages, like double the strength, double the power. This Page of Rods is often symbolic of creative sources coming in, new ideas, new offers, opportunities, jobs in particular. So for whoever's out there either trying to start a business or apply for new jobs, this is the time, because the universe is delivering you guys a window of opportunity. So get your best clothes on, dress up smart, get your CV out there and attend interviews, or start your own business. The Ace is also the very same, but even more high-powered than this. So two fabulous cards to get together, telling you about this opportunity of amazing new creative activity and energy in your life. So we will just do one more final one from each, the Five of Swords and the King of Cups. So again, we see this kind of feeling of walking away, leaving something behind, and often because we get to the point where we just can't be bothered with certain attitudes or opinions or people anymore. The only thing about this card is it does tell you to be careful of the type of words you use. Like any time we have a falling out with someone, or we decide that we no longer associate ourselves with their particular energies or thoughts, we don't have to be brutal or vicious about it. We can choose words that are more pleasant and positive. And I think the old saying, don't burn all your bridges, is really important, because sometimes these people can be useful again or helpful one way or another in the future. So pick how you want to move certain people out of your life, which seems this is what you've got on your mind in July. Just be diplomatic if you can, and just remember that everyone comes into our life for a reason, a time and a season. And just because it's time to move on doesn't mean that their input during their time with you was not invaluable one way or another, because everyone that walks into our life teaches us a lesson and we learn from them. So always be grateful for the people, even the ones that have taught us the hardest lessons, because we often grow the most from them. And the card that came with that is another person, so there's definitely all these people in your life. He could possibly be someone that you are having this kind of like discussion with or feeling of annoyance around. He could be an older person, perhaps even a family member that you're thinking, well, actually, don't tell me what to do all the time. I'm my own person. Or no, I don't want to follow your belief systems, or I don't want you to tell me what to do all the time. It could be feelings like that. And he could be a water sign person. But he could also be there as a person of support in a time like this when you are dealing with these issues. He might be someone that you go to who reaches out and gives you mentoring or, some valuable insight from an older person of wisdom. So it could be either perspective in this situation as well. And I've really felt that within your reading, that there were lots of issues of, two sides to the coin for some of you. Like some of you are definitely walking down this side with career and thoughts of newness, and others were walking down more of a personal side with relationships. So yeah, whichever one fits your bill, you'll know how you feel about the situation and the card. You'll go, I understand that, I know what you're talking about. So let's finish with these cards now and see what your final card for the reading is. And we are using the Numerology cards. People quite like these. They seem to like the offering of the number for the month, and sometimes you get more than one number depending on your card. And since we are in the 7th month, we will pick from the 7th card down. So Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you. 27, spiritual partnership, which is really nice. So there's definitely talk of partnerships still, and growing partnerships. Like the spiritual ones are probably our most deepest and most satisfying, and possibly the ones that we come across the least in life. But remember too that the spiritual partnership is also about and with yourself, and it can be your growing connection to your soul and understanding your soul's needs and the direction that you should be going in life. So the number there, the first number is 27. The other numbers that you can utilize for the month are 2 and 7, and of course 27 adds up to 9. So 27, 2, 7 and 9. And I think also the colour of this Merkaba in the middle, which is sort of through the sacral part of the body, the sacral chakra. You had quite a lot of messages about your source or your creative force, and that sacral area of our body is where that comes from. So maybe recharging that, reigniting it, rebalancing it will also help you to plough forward with this whole new energy and direction that you've got the opportunity to uplift for July. So thanks again, Capricorn, and I do wish you the very, very best for July. Lots of movement and growth and change. A wonderful opportunity to put on this new direction and cap in life as you move forward. So thanks for listening, liking and subbing, and I'll see you all in the following month. Have a safe, happy, love-filled July. Namaste.